Morning, everyone. It snowed yesterday and it's kind of still snowing a little bit today, so it's a perfect day to stay inside and do some work. It's a Saturday, 6th of January, and I kind of once again was struggling with getting up. And then I watched a video by Lily Small. It's about like setting goals for the new year, and I realized that I didn't really have the chance to reflect on the last year yet. Yes, I was in London and everything, but I was just like, I was working during the holiday and now I'm getting back and now I just have to think about, and I just have to get back to work. So I decided today, instead of doing like working on the book, I'm gonna spend the day just doing other things. First of all, I'm gonna remove the Christmas decorations so that it doesn't feel like last year anymore. Second, I will do some journaling and just reflect on 2023, what things just happened, what changed, what stayed the same, what did I achieve, what did I not achieve, and then probably see what I want 2024 to be. And last thing I'm gonna do is my finances. So I'm just gonna go through all of my spendings last year, just see what did I spend a lot of money on, where could I have saved a little bit more money maybe, and just have a general overview. Maybe also collect all of the receipts for my business as well, so that I won't have to do that later. And yeah, this will take probably all day. This will also help me having a financial plan for this year. It's kind of difficult to plan anything, to be honest. With long-term projects like manga, you can't have any concrete goals because it takes months to finish things. And same goes with finances, because I'm partly self-employed. I have no idea how much I will earn. But yeah, it's still good to have an overview of what my savings are and whether I have to pay back my student loan yet or not. If I don't have to pay back my student loan, then it means I might have my Japan trip. If I have to pay it back, then there's no way. Yeah, I feel good about it. I feel like I need to have a more of a clean slate to continue just doing stuff, because I felt so low on energy since I came back from London. I was just like sleeping a lot and I did some work, but yeah, just not as much as I wanted to. And I think like having this refresher will be good for me. So I'm done with all of the expenses I had last year privately. I did not do the business expenses yet. Yeah, it's just a different category and I approached those expenses differently. So this is not financial advice, obviously. I'm just gonna shortly explain how I do it and why it helps me to like basically have an overview of my finances. So if you're interested, maybe you can get some tips from how I do it, or maybe you have other advice for us how to keep track of your finances. Basically, I keep track of all my expenses as much as I can. Of course, some things slip through, but nothing big. And in this Excel sheet, I have 8 categories of expenses. One is just basic living costs like rent. This also includes electricity, phone, internet, basically things that you cannot exist without in matter of living, but also like working without internet. Nowadays it's really difficult to participate in society without internet and your phone, so those expenses are in there as well. But I also included expenses like furniture or dishes, anything that I need for the flat to work. This year I spent a little more than I usually do, simply because I had to get a lot of new things. So next year I hope this is the kind of expenses that will be kept like somewhat lower. I also have food and hygiene and health. So basically when I go to the supermarket, do my groceries, but also just like shampoo and cleaning supplies. And then obviously things like medicine and any medical expenses also goes into this. Then I have going out for food and treats. Basically this is where I buy little treats for myself when I buy something at the bakery. This is like something that I don't have to do, like grocery shopping. I definitely have to do it to survive. But this category is more like I'm treating myself. I go out for food with friends, I go out to cafe. So this includes that. Next one is like insurance or kind of fees that basically come up regularly that you have to pay. Also like I did postage in there, like certain small expenses just in there, like you kind of have to have these, but it's also something that you could kind of survive without. But yeah, it would be difficult. Next one is hobbies and entertainment. That's where all movies, books go. Also where I just buy puzzles for myself or stickers. Next one is travel. It's kind of self-explanatory. Then the next category is presents and donations. And the last one is clothes. So even for someone who like keeps track of all her expenses like quite meticulously, it was quite surprising for me to see certain expenses. I realized just how much money I spent on self-published books and just in general artist alleys. This is definitely an expense that is not necessary, but which I kind of, definitely could have spent less money there. So it was good for me to do this so that I know that I kind of went a little bit overboard. It's my general problem at artist alleys. I want to support everybody. I see nice, cute things and I spend money. It's kind of a shame because I like supporting artists and I like buying self-published books. I like buying all the little goodies they sell, but considering my financial situation for the coming year, and this is definitely one area where I will have to save money. Basically, I spend more on movies, books, basically on hobbies and entertainment. I spend more than double than I spent on clothes. Clothes is my smallest expense for last year. Biggest expense obviously is living, and second highest is food. But even food, I think like I could definitely reduce it. I also didn't realize how much I actually spent going out to eat. Of course, I have been traveling a lot, but lots of it was kind of more like business expense, so it's not even included. Not all of it is included here. So I'm not even sure how I'm supposed to save money there, because this is my social expense as well, next to like presents and donations. It's, this is where you meet people. It's definitely an expense that should be lower, but at the same time, I don't know. I want to meet people, and maybe this is just not the place where I should be saving that much. Well, good morning. So I started this year with like really low energy. I have been kind of sleeping a lot in the first week. Just in general, I really struggle with getting up in the morning. And it wasn't always like that. I used to be a morning person, but since I ever had my burnout, I feel like I just haven't come back to being a morning person again. So this year I want to tackle little things and hopefully make getting up in the morning easier. And the first thing I decided to do, I actually watched a video about ADHD routines, and I do not have ADHD, but certain tips can be helpful for people even without ADHD. So one thing was just like, when you feel low energy, like reducing your morning routine, just not having this perfect routine that you want to do every day, but like seeing what can you cut. And for me, one thing that I always dread is applying my makeup. On my days off, I was already not wearing any makeup, but I felt like I have to wear makeup to work because, well, I was afraid of being seen as unprofessional. It kind of sucks that women still have to wear makeup to be seen as professional, but then I decided, who cares, I'll just wear no makeup and see what happens. And I did it for the last 2 days, and no one noticed anything. No one told me I look tired. And also I have the kind of employer who doesn't expect you to do such things. So yeah, I just will not apply makeup in the mornings anymore and just walk around with my face, because that's my face. I'm not gonna be ashamed for it. So the only thing I'm gonna apply is moisturizer, sunscreen, and eyebrow pencil, because this takes like a couple of seconds, and I don't know, I feel like applying eyebrow pencils makes you look like 1 year younger. And yeah, my makeup routine was never long anyways. It's like 5 minutes, maybe even less. But for some reason it's still just, I was always dreading it, and I never wanted to do it. So I think this relieves a little bit of the dread from getting up in the morning, hopefully, or at least it just makes me less stressed in the morning. I'm still gonna wear makeup sometimes, like to conventions or like special occasions, because then it's fun. It doesn't feel like something I have to do because the society expects me to. It's just gonna be something special, and then it will be just fun to do. And so yeah, with the eyebrow pencil now I don't look like 34, but 33. Okay, so I had a bit of a long break because I've been feeling so low on energy today. I've been feeling low on energy all January, to be honest. I think it's just this time of the year, it's normal. It's still dark, there are no more pretty Christmas lights. I mean, we get like sunny days one day every 2 weeks or something, so no surprise there. Either way, I've got a new cup of coffee and a little bit of hope that I can do some more work. I'm actually considering whether it's possible to tell the story not in 2 but 1 volume. So that's why I'm kind of thinking about how I can restructure the story. All I know is that I'm still struggling and my brain just does not wanna do anything. Like I really try, but it's just not working. I don't know what to do anymore. I guess just pushing through it is my only option for now. So my brain is not working. I think like my blood pressure is also pretty low, and it just any kind of concentrated work is extremely difficult. I think what I'm gonna do instead is another thing that I have been kind of putting off, not because this is the kind of concentrated work that I'm dreading, like with the story, but rather because it's concerns technology again. I guess I'm gonna make a plan about my homepage and how I want to build it. My problem so far was that I wanted to make it completely for free, so I used WordPress. My homepage kept breaking down because it's WordPress and you have to update things, and then when you update them, suddenly things are broken again. So instead, I think I will have to use some kind of subscription service and just will figure out like something quite simple, not too much stuff on the page, and just have a homepage, because you kind of need one as a professional. So let's see, I hope I can at least get that done. Hi, Olshi from the future here, or rather Olshi from April 2024 when I'm editing the video. I'm a little bit behind on all of my footage, but with one video a month, no other way. Anyways, I wasn't sure I should upload this vlog. While I was just filming my daily routines, I was sure that this was just like an art blog, you know, a creative slump that basically all artists experience sometimes. You know, this period of time when you don't feel inspired, where like no good ideas come into your head, where you're just like, you know, struggling a little bit with your creativity. But no, I wish this was a creative slump. What I was experiencing at that time was a burnout. Plain and simple. And editing this footage, I see just how obvious it was. But unfortunately, often we only realize that we suffer from burnout when it's already late and we're like in the late stage of the burnout. I actually experienced my first burnout while I was still working on my manga Bad Dog and Good Boy. I was in the second half of it, but I still had to push through the book. And once it was done, I decided to take a break because I kind of knew there that I also like suffered from a burnout. And I could take a proper break for like about 2 months. And after that, the book was published. I was traveling a lot. I had all these workshops and conventions. So I was kind of on the go a lot, and yeah, just didn't have many days off. And once I was done with my workbook, which will be coming out this year, I guess it all just really caught up with me again. And yeah, I guess in the beginning I thought like I can just push through it and then it will be fine. But burnout is just not something you can push through. In order to recover properly, you need to take a proper break. And of course, the whole thing is a lot more complicated. Depression always plays a big part in burnout, but I won't go into any details in this video because I don't think this is the right time and I'm still basically in the middle of figuring things out. So it's just a small warning that in my coming vlogs there will be less art related things. There will be some, but not as much as usual. And my workbook is still coming out this year, as I said before. And I notified my publisher that I cannot work on any other projects for the moment. And it's possible that I will never ever be able to do manga again, because part of why I got burnout is that it's kind of really difficult for me to see a future in this field of work. When I worked on the story for the manga book, just like imagining myself drawing manga pages day by day and just like barely doing anything else, you know, just go to work, you come back from work, you work again, work on the manga pages, and this is just like not the kind of life that I want to have at the moment. At the same time, there is like a big urge in me to tell stories, to create manga. It's a little bit dead right now, but I'm pretty sure that it will come back. I experienced a similar thing when I was studying Japanese. The last 2 years of my studies, I had to learn just so much vocabulary, it kind of ruined my memory, to be honest. And after finishing my bachelor's degree, I had to like stop learning Japanese for like 1 or 2 years because I was just like couldn't remember anything anyways. But then eventually it came back and I was enjoying, you know, learning Japanese again. Still difficult to find the time to learn a language when you have to make a living, but in general, whenever I do learn Japanese, it's fun for me. And I'm pretty sure that it will be very similar for me manga-wise, because even now I have all these ideas for stories. On my bus ride I can just, you know, dive into this imaginary world while I think of a story. So the drive is there, it's just that physically I can't, like there is just no way. There is like this disconnect between what I want and what I can do. But I'm pretty sure if once I take care of things, and the process will be slow and long, but it's something that I'm prepared for, and I know what direction I need to go to and kind of the next steps that I can take, and I'm optimistic. I'm pretty sure that I'm doing the right thing, and I'm pretty sure that I will recover eventually. It's just that I have to be patient with myself, and I'm not a very patient person. But it's just, it's a practice. Got to learn to be more patient. Also, when I come back, I might just do self-publishing again. Maybe I will go to publisher. This is something that lies in the future. So yeah, this is just something I wanted to add in this video, and if I do put it out, it's for two reasons. One is just to explain why I'm not working on manga projects at the moment, because sometimes people ask me, when is your next manga coming out and everything, and yeah, my answer is I don't know, because the workbook that is coming out this year is not a manga, it's more like a how to draw book. And the second reason why I'm putting this out is just to show that, burnout can be quite sneaky, and it's really important to listen to your body and when it's sending you certain signals. And I know it's difficult to take breaks. This year I will struggle financially for real because I'm taking a break. And yeah, this is one of the reasons why I still kept pushing through. Another reason is also just I see all these amazing artists, like, in the German speaking area, creating amazing works, amazing artwork. And I feel like I need to keep up, because otherwise I will be left behind. But there's no point. If I try to work, nothing comes out. So yeah, my body just, made the decision for me. I guess it's just time to prioritize my mental health. And yeah, the past few months have been quite interesting for me. In my following vlogs, you will see how I try to, use my time now that I'm not working on manga projects all of the time. And yeah, I just hope you stick around and, enjoy my vlogs while I'm trying to figure out things for myself. Thank you so much for watching. Also, a special thank you, as always, goes out to my coffee supporters, because this is like one tiny stable income that I have had throughout the months, and it just helps me to keep doing YouTube. If you want to support me on Coffee, you can find the link in the description box. And yeah, everybody who supports me gets a shout out in my videos. Again, thank you for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video. Bye! Also, you might have noticed that my flat looks kind of different. There's a reason for it, and if you keep watching my vlogs, you will know what's happening. And either way, my flat is a real mess at the moment. All of the books are here. My bookshelf is here, and yeah, just a little foreshadowing for you.